Beautiful souls, what's going on? It's your man Ted Says, and Ted says it's a beautiful day to be alive, to be happy, to be healthy, and continue to grow wealthy and wise and build success on a strong foundation of failures. Yo, today I want to talk to y'all about something that's really devastating to most people, and myself is included. Cannot eliminate me out of the equation. A lot of us are afraid of failure, you know what I'm saying? Failure is natural. It's very natural. It's nothing to be overly alarmed about. We all have fears. We have the fear of the unknown, the fear of loud sounds, the fear of, just fear of self more than anything. A lot of us don't trust ourselves in doing what we know we're capable of doing. How many of us know that we have a skill and we're pretty good at it? I mean, pretty damn good at it, but yet we don't do it. You know why? Because it was never nurtured. Nurturing creates the possibility to be able to do exactly what you want to do. Nurturing just takes, just giving a little care and time to something. Just like a child, just like a plant, just like, the earth, just like yourself. All it requires is a little bit of nurturing. But so many of us have never been taught how to love ourselves. And being that we never were taught how to love ourselves, we don't know how to nurture our gifts. So therefore, we're pretty much afraid of a lot of things when it comes down to us. And I just want to implore y'all to know that, look, I got a formula for fear, I'm not one of those acronym type of dudes, I just got like two of them, I'm not like the, flim flam and the flam and the flum and the flumma. I don't do all that. I like to get things to people straight to the point, give people, examples and stories of, how to do it, right? So anyway, my acronym for fear is face every apprehension repetitively, right? Now, why do I say that? Because for one, you have to face it. If you don't face it, it continues to disempower us, right? So we want to empower ourselves. We don't want to disempower ourselves. We want to empower ourselves. So how do we empower ourselves? I'm gonna give you an example, right? I used to be very, deathly afraid of, speaking to people, right? Speaking to strangers, because it all came down to this one incident in my life with my mother, right? My mother, who I love very dearly, wish she was still here, but she's not. But she made me afraid to talk to people because her and my father was having some real serious issues when I was maybe 3 and 4, right? And my father wanted to keep me, and so she got in my face and told me, "Don't you tell him nothing that goes on in this house." So what that did to me, it was it scared me. So I'm like, well, I don't want to say anything, because that way it would ensure that I won't get in trouble. It would ensure that I won't spill the beans. I won't do anything that may look like, I'm going to say something that might get me in trouble or reveal something she doesn't want me to tell, Also, I remember I was in 2nd grade and I really wanted this part for the school play and shit, and they skipped over me. And so I felt like I wasn't good enough after I got skipped over, right? And it made me become super fearful that I don't want to say nothing. I just gonna not gonna say nothing because why? I'm never gonna be good enough. They don't see, that I'm good enough for me. So why should I ever try, right? So what that did was it created a long-standing stream of a lot of me not speaking up for myself when I was younger, to the point that I was afraid to take sales jobs because I was I don't know what to say to people, right? So if I don't know what to say to people, then hell, I can't sell nothing, right? Makes sense, right? But anyway, to get to the point of facing every apprehension repetitively, you have to take the jump. See, we don't have to wait for someone to believe in us. We got to believe in us. And by believing in us, we start to eradicate the fear by going into it. Because see, you can't break the fear until you step into it. You have to know that it's there. You have to recognize that the fear is mine. It's not nobody else's. And you have to say, I accept that I am afraid, but I'm going to move through it. And I don't have to move through it, all at once. I just got to move through it incrementally and slowly. And take time and take patience, because I'm gonna give you an example. When you're a salesperson and you think you're not good at sales, the reason why you think you're not good at sales is because you haven't sold yourself. You got to say yes to you first in anything. That's just the real. We have to say yes to ourselves first. And when we say yes to ourselves, that opens the door for other people to start saying yes, because the belief starts to come in. And once the belief comes in, the action takes place. Once the action takes place, now we can start measuring the results around that. So yo, Ted says, face every apprehension repetitively. Don't worry about where you at today. Say yes to yourself. Believe in yourself. Take action. Go ahead and get it done. Know what your outcome is and get to the result as soon as possible. But be patient with yourself. Know that you did not just, come into your fear, overnight. It took time to get to this point, and it's going to take time to get away from this point. But know that you can face it. Recognize that it's real, embrace it, take the necessary steps to face it every day, all the time. And by facing it all the time, what you'll end up doing is disempowering it, and then you'll invert it, and that fear will start to empower you to go after everything you want. Yo, this your man Ted Says. I want to thank y'all for listening, watching. Hey, if you like what I'm saying, leave a comment below, subscribe, share. If you think anyone can benefit from this video, I love y'all, and I'm gonna come back with another Ted Says tomorrow. Love y'all. Deuces.